I am completing a sewer inspection at 7529 Lakemont Drive Northeast, Seattle, Washington. I've also asked the homeowner with the home to the east of this residence to turn on the water. That way we can see where the line appears to be combined or shared with that neighbor. Camera, I ran it out before we started recording, and that was the tap to the city main. Now we're heading back to the home. Rock in the line there, that should flush out. Looks like we may have a hole there in the pipe by that rock. Yeah, the line is fairly flat, and before I ran the camera, I did put a bunch of water down it to try and clear a little bit of standing effluent. Okay, right now the camera is positioned what appears to be at a Y coming up, and we're looking at a crack in the bottom of that pipe. I'm also looking at the water flow is coming from beyond the camera, so that tells me that this section of line is still the shared section of line. hole in the pipe. Also like to note that this area that we're looking at now is likely, we already came out of the Y that was the shared portion of the line, so this is likely this home's line and their responsibility alone from this Y here coming out of the line. Would also like to note that this line is near vertical. You can see the water drips coming off of the camera head and going straight down. Okay, real severe crack that we're coming up on with missing pipe. Okay, this is at the transition to plastic, so we're pretty close to the surface here. Okay, immediately come into a Y fitting right there, so there may be two lines that come into this. I believe that both would be the home that is house number 7529. I don't believe that the line becomes shared until the point where we'll go back down real quick so you can see. Okay, we're going to start to go vertical drop. I'm going deep to that shared line. Down to the Y, there's a bend into the Y. That is the Y. And that is the shared line right there. The shared line appears to be serviceable. It has aggregate as expected from an old line like this, but no failures at this point. At this point, I'd recommend repairing the line that serves house number 7529. And the shared line could be lined just to save problems down the line and to help things flow smoother at this point. But I don't see any catastrophic failures in the line that require fixing. However, if this line, the shared line, was to be lined, things would flow smoother through it and have less likelihood of backups from standing effluent and blockages because the line's fairly flat.